We'll fire on here. Agenda item 1.1, that the Council of the Town of Kindersley, having established quorum, resolves to call the July 13th, 2020 regular meeting of Council at the hour of 5:03 p.m. I need a mover and a seconder. Delgrade. Second. Speaker. All in favor? Thank you. Anybody see anything they want to move from the consent agenda to the regular agenda? I don't think it was, if I recollect, nothing very exciting. Okay, seeing nobody, agenda item 2.2, that the Council of Town of Kindersley resolves to adopt the agenda for the July 13th, 2020 regular meeting of Council as presented, and that a copy of this agenda be attached to and form a part of the minutes of this meeting. A mover, seconder, at least. Gary. All in favor? Gary, thank you. I have a conflict of interest declaration from Councillor Baker for agenda items 1, 2, 1, 5, and 7, 2. Is there anybody else that has a conflict? Okay, let's leave with that. And agenda item 4.1, that the Council of the Town of Kindersley resolves, whereas the time being 5:04 p.m., that the regular meeting of Council be adjourned to a confidential in-camera meeting. Mover and seconder. Anderson. All in favor? Okay, we're gonna. Whereas the time being 7:11 p.m. that the confidential in-camera meeting is concluded and the regular meeting of Council is resumed. Mover and seconder, release. Randy. All in favor? Carried. Okay, and I'll move on to item 5.2, that the Council of Town of Kindersley resolves to amend the agenda of the July 13th, 2020 regular meeting of Council to add item 7.4, amend the representation to the Kindersley Regional Park Authority Board. I need a mover and a seconder on that. Gary and Chris. All in favor? Gary, thank you. Okay. Agenda item 6.1, that the Council of the Town of Kindersley resolves to approve as presented the minutes from the June 22nd, 2020 regular meeting of Council, and that these minutes be attached to and form part of the minutes of this meeting. Unless anybody's got any questions, I need a mover and a seconder, please. Randy, all in favor? Thank you. Okay, agenda item 7.1, that the Council of the Town of Kindersley resolves to approve the purchase of a Model 526 Zamboni in the amount of $121,038 plus applicable taxes, and that it be paid by using the trade-in of the town-owned 2011 Zamboni, with the net cost of the trade-in amount to be paid using funds from the Recreational Reserve. I'll just have you speak on that. CAO Audrey, please.
To the Mayor's Council. So this is the new Zamboni. We originally were going to purchase this in 2021 due to it not being able to be, or not being able to build and arrive here before 2021. But with COVID and a lot of their Zambonis that were going to go actually into the United States, they were able to provide it to us sooner. And so we're just, and we had put into reserves for the Zamboni at the end of 2019. So we're just moving it into the 2020 budget and paying it for it with the reserves that we had put away for it.
Any questions, Council? Comments? Whatever? If not, I'll need a mover and a seconder for that motion, please. Move. Randy to second. All in favor? Carried. Thank you. We'll move on to item 7.2, but I will ask Chris to Lee? Please. Item 7.2 states that the council of the town of Kindersley resolves to approve the installation of a natural gas filling station in the co-op arena in the amount of $22,640 plus applicable taxes, and it be paid for using funds from the recreation reserve. Again, I'll have Audrey comment on it.
Through the mayor to council. So the new Zamboni that we were purchasing in the last resolution is a natural gas Zamboni. So this is the filling station for the Zamboni. We're going with a natural gas. It's about a quarter of the price of the propane. It's got cleaner emissions and just overall better for the arena. So this is just to put the filling station in for that company.
Yeah, we did a fair bit of homework on this to try and get the right fit. It seems like that's the way more than one organization is going now with the natural gas. So we came to the conclusion it's not a huge significant price increase, and the op costs are probably less, or will be less certainly. Natural gas being cheaper than propane.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, we figured in about a year to year and a half, we would have a filling station at that cost paid for. So.
Okay, so if we're all good with that, could I have a mover and a seconder for the filling station, please? Dean? Second? Rob? All in favor? Carried. Okay, I guess we can get Chris back in here.
Where did he go?
Chris, you can come back.
Chris. Back for one motion and then we can go leave again. Okay. Agenda item 7.3, that the council of the town of Kindersley resolves to direct the mayor and CAO to enter into a voluntary habitat stewardship agreement with Nature Saskatchewan. I will let the CAO speak on this.
So this is a shrubs for shrikes. It's, I guess a shrike has been spotted over by our walking trail. And this is a voluntary agreement that we could have with them they would just give us a sign that there's shrikes in there. It's not mandatory, it's just something once they found it, that they thought we could do. So we'd have to, there are some stuff with it, they would send a sign, we'd have to count them, those kind of things to do this. Never disturb the area, those kind of conditions.
Yeah, there are some implications to it, certainly, if you read through the fine print. So I would, unless council has any questions, I would have to ask for a mover and a seconder firstly. Lee and Luis. We'll vote on it. All those in favor of the motion? To enter into this voluntary stewardship agreement with Nature Saskatchewan. Opposed? Defeated. Agenda item 7.4, that the council of the town of Kindersley resolves to amend resolution 359-19 from the December 16th, 2019 regular meeting of council to revise the list of representation to committees and boards, January 1, 2020 to November 9th, 2020. Number 17, the Kindersley Regional Park Authority. We would remove Mark Miller and add Councillor Dean Galbraith, effective immediately and in effect to November the 9th, 2020. I need a mover and a seconder on that motion, please. Becker? Irvine? All in favor? Carried.
could just, point of order, just for the strike, that it is defeated, did you want correspondence to be going out to the
Yes, please.
nature?
Have,
Put
can you
something
and I will put
together.
something together?
Right,
Send
we'll
it
put
up.
something together to
Right.
thank them and, okay.
Agenda item 8.1, that the council of the town of Kindersley resolves to accept as submitted the list of accounts as paid by the town of Kindersley and the amount of $1,482,848.09, and that a copy of said accounts be attached to and form part of the minutes of this meeting. Did you have any questions on that from
I did
council?
not.
Audrey? Anybody got anything right now? Good chunk of it was 800 and some odd $1,000 to our lagoon contractor, and another 252,000 for the EK water first and second installments, and another one for the industrial area project for 44,000. So that took care of a whole bunch of it. Seeing, having no questions, could I have a mover and a seconder for the report, please? Elise and Gary. All in favor? Gary. Yep. Okay, we've got a couple of bylaws here that we need to go through 3 or 4 times. The first one is 9.1A, that the council of the town of Kindersley resolves to approve the first reading of bylaw 05-20, being a bylaw to establish the requirement of a criminal record check to accompany an election nomination form. Audrey, maybe you can just explain this.
Right, so this is just a bylaw. It's replacing a bylaw that we already have to establish this requirement. So we'll repeal that one, and it's just that when you put in your nomination to run for the municipal election, that included or attached to it must be a criminal record check with it. So it's just a requirement that council can do, and we have done in the past.
Further to that, you can get them at the local RCMP office.
Yes, you can, yes. They were just done locally here, yeah.
Okay, so I need a mover and a seconder for this, Chris. All those in favor? Okay, we'll carry on. We're going to do this 2 or 3 more times. Agenda item 9.1B, that the council of the town of Kindersley resolves to approve the second reading of bylaw 05-20. Mover, seconder, please. Dean Rob. All in favor? Thank you. 9.1C, that the council of town of Kindersley resolves to approve 3 meetings be given to bylaw 05-20 at the July 13th, 2020 regular meeting of council. Again, I need a mover, seconder. Chris? Randy? All in favor? Carried. And finally, 9.1D, that the council of town of Kindersley resolves to approve that bylaw 05-20 being a bylaw to establish the requirement of a criminal record check to accompany an election nomination form be read a 3rd time and hereby be approved, and that the approved copy of this bylaw be attached to and form part of these minutes. Mover, seconder, please. Gary. All in favor? Good. Have fun. Now we get to do this all over again. Bylaw for agenda item 9.2A, that the council of the town of Kindersley resolves to approve the first reading of bylaw 06-20, being a bylaw to provide for those matters pertaining to a municipal election in the town of Kindersley. CAO Audrey, can you tell us what this one's all about?
To the mayor's council. So these are, this is pertaining to certain matters with an election for the town of Kindersley only. There is the Local Government Elections Act, but if we want to do things slightly different, then we need this kind of procedure thing with what we will do. So basically in this bylaw, it does allow for us to do public notice differently if we weren't able to publish in a certified newspaper. So that part of it's in there. It also deals with the mail-in ballot. So we're going to do mail-in ballots, and with COVID right now, it's probably a good thing that we have it. So what our system or what our procedure is with regards to the mail-in ballots system for the town of Kindersley. And that's basically what this bylaw right now. And this bylaw will stay on our books for, each election coming up in the... We did have a mail-in ballot one before as well. Did we not? No, we didn't. Okay. All
We
right.
had it from the records.
Okay.
Just through the mayor, just a quick correction, I have just noted on here is the date of the readings for the 0620, and it says that the date we are reading it is the 10th of
Right.
July.
Oh, and the one, good catch. The one mayor does have that, but I'd already published, so I thought I'd just leave it that way. But I did catch that.
No, as long as it's not a big deal.
It is, yeah, no, it's a big deal, good catch.
Yeah, I don't know. We kept thinking it was July 10th, and it wasn't. So, yeah.
And I got to just make it right.
Well, it was a few days ago, but it was,
Yeah.
it wasn't July
But I
10th.
did catch it for the one his worship is going to have signed tonight and that you're voting on. Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, can I get a mover and a seconder for that motion for the first time around, please? Elise? All in favor? Carried. Move on to 9.2B, that the Council of Town of Kindersley resolves to move the second reading of bylaw 0620. Mover, seconder, please. Dean, Gary. All in favor? Carried. 9.2C, that the Council of Town of Kindersley resolves to approve the three readings be given to bylaw 0620 at the July 13th, 2020 regular meeting of council. Mover, seconder again. Randy, Gary. All in favor? Carried. Thank you. And finally, 9.2D, that the Council of the Town of Kindersley resolves to approve that bylaw 0620 being a bylaw to provide for those matters pertaining to a municipal election in the Town of Kindersley be read a third time and here might be approved, and that the approved copy of this bylaw be attached to and form part of the minutes. Mover, seconder. Chris, Rob. All in favor? Thank you. Okay, that's not that. Agenda item 10.1, that the Council of Town of Kindersley resolves to approve the consent agenda. Basically some correspondence from SAS Power Plant Smart Program, a CBC article from the South Saskatchewan River Watershed, SAS Waste Reduction Council AGM, Government of Saskatchewan, which is our MEAT grant for 2020, the allocation and the agreement, and the Regional Watershed Newsletter, Summer 2020. Some light reading for anybody that wants to read it again. Have a mover and a seconder for that. Elise and Dean. All in favor? Okay. 14.1, that the Council of Town of Kindersley resolves that all business having been concluded, the July 13th, 2020 regular meeting of council be adjourned at 7:28 p.m. Mover, second. Chris, Gary. All in favor?